morning, everyone. My name is Erica Marie, and I'm known as the Chakra Analyzer. So this morning I was guided to do a pick a card reading for you all. And this pick a card reading is taking a look at the full moon for July 2022, which is tomorrow night. Okay. And this full moon is known as a super moon, also known as a buck moon. And the reason why it's called a buck moon is because this is when male deer finally have grown a full set of antlers, telling me that they are mature and grown. So we're going to take a look to see what this full moon is helping you to release in order to move on to the next level, because now that you have grown, you're going to use all your experiences that you have up until this point to start the new journey. Okay, so go ahead and think, what pile are you going to choose today? Pile number 1, 2, or 3? So those that chose pile number 1, let's take a look and see what this full moon is helping you with. Okay, so like I said earlier in the intro, the full moon, the buck moon, helps us, like our antlers are fully grown, right? So we're mature now. We've experienced life. Everything we've experienced led us to this point in our journey, and now it's time to move on to the next. So this is, we're taking a look to see what the full moon is helping us like to close out and then to move forward now. But we are going to take our experiences that we've learned thus far and take it with us to the new journey. Okay, so let's take a look and see what this full moon is helping us to do in July 2022. This is helping you with your solar plexus, pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Now, pride can kind of have somewhat of a negative connotation, like being too prideful will bite you, in the end. But this isn't about necessarily that negative aspect. It's about loving yourself. You finally understand that you're always going to trust your gut, right? So when your gut gets all like icky and you feel like you're going to get sick, it's because your gut's telling you something, and you've learned to understand this, which has allowed you to go with like your gut. So when somebody says, tells you something, and then all of a sudden like your gut, like something just isn't right, you have mastered that now. You have learned to go with that gut feeling always now. So that's kind of like with the buck full moon, is showing you like, yes, you have mastered this. So now that you've mastered this gut feeling, you're going to move on to the next level using your gut. Don't ever second guess your gut feeling. Okay, what else is this full moon helping you with? Yep. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I got the pride and the worry card together. This tells me to go with your gut and see how it's purple, and the intuition in the 6th chakra, your third eye, is purple. So you have the gut, go with your gut and intuition. Always, that's what you're taking with you for the next step along your journey and your path. You have mastered this. That's awesome, pile number 1s. I'm excited for you. So now it's time to use this. Like, don't ever second guess yourself, and don't worry that you are second guessing yourself, if that makes sense. So let's see what else, pile number 1. Take a drink of my coffee. Yep. So now that you are always going to go with your gut and your intuition, never going to second guess yourself, it's now time to step on the, step up, basically level up. The next part of your journey is you're out there sharing your voice. You need to come out of this like little, cave that you've been sitting in of fear of persecution and what others will think, but it's time to express yourself, share your voice, always. Let's see what else is going on for you, pile number 1s. I'm getting it's time for you to step up. Step up. Yeah, it's time to step up because we are here creating heaven on earth. It's happening. We're bringing heaven back to earth the way that God intended, earth to be. So share your voice. You are older and wiser now, and you understand how basically everything works here. You understand the low vibrations, you understand the high vibrations, you understand that we're here to balance the two in order to bring, the low vibe, bring everyone out of the low vibe and up to this level, okay? So you understand this now. So you are going to keep speaking about this. Yeah, keep staying in your heart. Keep following your heart. You follow your heart at all cost. And your intuition and your gut feeling that you've mastered will help you continue to stay in your heart and go along your journey and to never second guess yourself anymore. Okay? You have mastered that. Don't second guess yourself, because now it's time to move on and use what you have learned about that. And understanding that as long as you stay in your heart will not lead you astray. Okay? So let's see what else for pile number 1. What else is this full moon helping you with? It has helped you heal so that you can move forward and help heal others. Now remember, we're not enablers. Healers, we tend to attract people that are unhealed or broken, you can say. But your gut, because you've mastered this in your intuition, you know who you are going to help and who is not going to, basically utilize your help. They're just going to use you and abuse you type, actions. So you have healed, you have mastered, this going with your gut. Always you pick up on people's energy first, and you are ready to go out into the world and help others heal if they want the help. Remember that, because there's, people out there that are attracted to healers, but they just use their light when they need it, and then they don't use it to better themselves, is, we say. So then our energy and our light's being drained for the darkness, and not for, the ones that actually want to heal. So just be mindful of that. And that's probably why you've mastered this intuition and going with your gut. So that way you're not wasting your precious energy that God is giving you on, like, I don't want to say the word wrong, the wrong people, but the ones that aren't going to, better themselves. People have to level up to you. I think that's why I got the step up. People have to level up to you now. You know that. You will never lower yourself anymore. And then I got crystals. So crystals are going to help you. I got all my crystals. I was told to pull out my crystals today. I need to probably wash them. But crystals are going to help you stay in a high vibration, to recharge you. And then because you are on the next step, the next journey here, going with your gut and intuition, you are here to follow your heart and help guide children, like the next generation. Okay, you're here to help guide them and to help them stay within their heart, because children that are born now, they are of higher vibration, so they need people like us that have had to navigate. We can navigate the darkness. We can function in both low and high vibration. The children now can't function in that low vibration. They need to stay up and, they function in the high vibration. So we have to protect children, have them stay up here, protect them from the low vibration trying to come and take them, and harness their energy to use it for, negative stuff or bad stuff. So we have to protect children at all costs. So we have to start speaking and letting them know that they are perfect the way that they are. God sent them here for a reason, to be of high vibration, and we can no longer take these children and try to fit them in a box, in a lower vibrational box, because they don't fit there. They were not meant to fit there. Okay, so we have to get everybody to see everything from a viewpoint up here, and not from a viewpoint from down here looking up. We need to be up here looking down. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple more cards. What else is this helping? This moon is helping pile number ones with. Yeah, protected. So see how I was just talking about us protecting the high vibrational children? You are here to do that, and your gut and your instincts will help. And what's coming through is a story. Like, I need to say a personal story that I experienced. So I have navigated through court systems and like civil courts, family courts, domestic courts. And I've also kind of navigated through seeing how like foster care systems work as well for like children, and just being around some of the people that were in charge, like in a powerful role within these organizations. I had encountered people that were in powerful positions that I knew were not good or not of light and love. I felt it in my gut, first of all, that there was something off with these people. And then I felt it in my third eye, in my intuition up here at the center of my head. And what I felt was, I felt icky in my stomach when I came into contact with these people. And I felt a pressure, like a hit in my head, right between the eyes. And you know that saying, like the evil eye, somebody's giving you the evil eye and you can feel it. Oh yeah, I could feel it. These people knew who I was, and they did not like me being there. Okay. So, you have to remember that we are dealing with good versus evil here, you guys. That's what the negative, the darkness and the light, we're always going to hit up against it. And there are people here, there are human beings here that are, soulless, or they are still under this, the spell, the programming, and they may not even realize that what they're doing is wrong, but I guarantee most of them do. And we have to protect children and vulnerable populations at all costs from these types of people. So if you get a bad feeling about something, you need to trust that. And you need to figure out and talk and ask God how you are going to use your light to help protect these children. Okay? I'm going to take a look and see a couple more things. Yeah. Stay up, stay ascended, and you will always know who is the low vibrations, and you will always know who you need to protect the next generation and these children from, as long as you stay in high vibration. One more. So I get 888. So some of you that pick pile number one, you might be seeing 888s a lot. This is the infinite abundance. Don't worry about money and material things, because that's going to block your intuition and your gut feeling when we get into like a worry. You might be going on to the next level where you have to, get up and share your voice. You can't fear prosecution. You cannot fear that these, darkness type, entities are going to harm you in any way. If you stay and stay spiritually sound and protected by God's love and light, you protect that at all costs. You will always be provided for, is what this is saying. Your abundance, you will always be provided for, meaning your basic needs will always be met. God did not send you here for you not to complete your mission, okay? And I understand that in this material world, there's things that we have to, have, like money, finances, things like that, in order to further our mission. But you look to God for that. You look for God's bank account and stream of income that way, and God will always provide for you. Okay, pile number ones. So that is the message. You have mastered your gut instinct and your intuition, and you need to use those two things for your next, level up, for your next part of your journey. And you are here to help heal and protect, sharing your voice, protecting the vulnerable population of children. These can be called the crystal children or the rainbow children, but either way, they're of high vibration, and we can no longer allow the darkness to take them down and put them into a low vibration any longer, because they do not function there. And please know that you will always have whatever it is you need to complete this type of work. So don't be afraid. Okay, pile number ones, that is your message. Okay, so those that chose pile number 2, what is the full moon, the buck full moon, helping you with for July 2022? So what I was saying in the intro is for the buck full moon, the reason why it's called that is the male deer finally have a full set of antlers. So this is telling me they're older, wiser, more mature now. So we're going to take a look to see what you have mastered now along your journey and what you're going to take with you because of that, all your experiences, what you're going to move on and take with the next part of your journey. Okay, I'm going to take this because my hand hit on it. So trust. So this is the purple. I'm getting that you need to go with your intuition, always. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Okay, pile number 2s, you have to always go with, right up here, your third eye will always guide you. When my third eye started becoming really activated and I was really understanding what that feels like for my physical body, if something was not right, like you call it the evil eye, if somebody's giving you the evil eye, you will feel it right between your eyes, right in the center where your pineal gland is, I think is what they call it. You will feel pressure. You will feel like you are being attacked, basically. And what that looks like for your physical body is, I remember when I was being attacked, somebody explained it to me as it's called a psychic attack, but I just knew it was a very negative dark force that was coming at me to basically attack me. And what it was doing, it was draining my light, because my physical body felt immediately, I felt it between my eyes, and then I started to feel very sick. I felt like I was going to pass out. When you're hungry or you haven't had anything to eat and your blood sugar is low and you feel like you're going to pass out because you need to eat something, that is how I immediately felt. Something was really, really wrong. And that was my intuition, my internal, my third eye telling me that there was something wrong. And I felt it within my body. And then it did happen very, very fast. Whatever this dark force was, it was very strong. So you have to trust. You're not always going to feel it very, very strong. It just depends on the entity, I guess. I've also experienced it where, and I didn't see that entity. I didn't know where it came from. But I've had other experiences where I was around people, and there were people in kind of high positions, like important positions, and within some organizations, and I would feel like a tug, a pull within my third eye, and I'm like, is that person really bad? Wow, I saw them in a different light once my intuition was tugging, hey, this person is saying this and presenting themselves this way, but that's not their energy and what they really mean. Okay, so this is what you are taking with you. Trusting your inner guidance, trusting your third eye, and trusting that you know something's off when dealing with certain people. And then of course, if there's people just energy that you don't know where it's coming from, you'll know like, hey, I need to leave this place immediately. Okay, so let's see what else you're taking with you. Pile number 2. Peace. Yep. You have learned to trust your intuition, and basically what I'm getting, I don't like to swear, but it's like, I'm having a download right now. Okay, so I'm not going to swear. So basically, if it doesn't bring you peace, you are not even messing with it. Like, I don't mess with that, okay? It's kind of like the message coming in. So you are always going to trust yourself, like, oh, right away, your energy's off. I don't mess with you. Don't mess with me. I'm going to choose my peace always. So you've learned, like, pile number 2 is you've probably had to deal with some really messed up people coming into your life that you thought were going to be, good for you, and they ended up not being. And I don't know why I'm laughing. It's kind of like you almost find humor in it now when these people or entities try to come at you, because you're like, I'm not naive anymore. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not a fool. Like, I see right through you. That's kind of like the energy I'm picking up. Like, you have an attitude, meaning like you protect yourself now. You like put up that sword and you like cut it. You cut that snake right at the head and you say, don't mess with me. You're messing with the wrong person. So that's kind of like the energy I'm picking up on for pile number 2s. Okay, so let's see what else is going on for pile number 2s with this full moon. And another thing I'm picking up is like manipulation. So like even like your loved ones. So, we tend to have heartstrings for our loved ones or family or close friends that maybe we've grown up with. I'm getting that you are going to choose your peace over your heartstrings as well. You're not riding those heartstrings no more. They're not going to drain you, because what they are doing is they're using those heartstrings to manipulate you. And you understand that now, like, you ain't playing on my heartstrings. Do, do, do. And you're cutting everybody off. Do, do, do. It's kind of like what I'm hearing and seeing. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Oh yeah, pile number 2s, what you're taking with you, the next part of your journey, is you are going to always shift your vibration by you getting out there and like dancing, working out, shifting, taking a walk, going into like traveling to different places, because Earth, whether it's flat or round, I don't know any of that. All I know is God created this place for us to have an experience here, and we understand that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency here within this 3D realm or whatever. And we know that by shifting our vibration to higher vibration, we are able to cleanse ourselves and get rid of that like old negative, bad, like dark energy off of us. And we have to understand that we have the power to get out of the dark energy. We have the power to shift anytime we want to. So if you've been diving deep and navigating that darkness and you need to come up and breathe the light, breathe the air, the love and light air in, you understand that you are the one that can shift your energy at any time and get out of that so you can have peace. I'm saying instantly, you guys. If you feel yourself being drained and you feel yourself being in dark, low vibration, you can shift yourself immediately. That is called mastering your energy, you guys. Good job, pile number 2s. It's like I keep hearing, not today, not today. I don't know why yeah, so, and then I'm also getting answer the call. I see this girl, she's kind of like sitting out there looking at the sun, and she knows that she is being called to journey somewhere, What is your soul calling you to do? You are always going to trust your inner guidance. You're always going to trust your voice, and you are always going to choose peace. And as long as you choose peace, you will be able to continue and journey along, your path. If you choose peace, your peace is your compass, kind of like, where am I going next? Oh, where's the peace taking me? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think my pile number 2s, I think before you always thought that chaos and, like crisis stuff, like you had to come in and always like handle it, because that's what you have been programmed to do or think. But what that was doing, it was dimming your light. So you have to choose differently now. You're choosing, instead of like running into the crisis, you're like, nope, I'm choosing my peace. And peace is going to guide me now. And my light is going to be used for, bigger and brighter, okay? Not being taken and siphoned from me into this nasty chaos where my light's being used just to, basically make that expand, when you want to not expand the darkness, you want to expand the light. So you are choosing your peace this time. That's what you're being called to do, pile 2. Yeah, and when you choose your peace, you will be attracting other people of that vibration, because I have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together in intuitive hits in your soul tribe. So see how she knows that she's being called to choose her peace? And if she keeps following that, she's gonna end up meeting other people that are just like her, like her soul family, like her soul tribe. So you're not alone, pile number 2. There's other people like you that you're going to be able to have. Like, I'm sure you probably walk through life like feeling lonely, like, is nobody else seeing things the way that you see it? Like, why do you keep having to deal with these low vibrational beings? It can be kind of like heart-wrenching, right? Like, when am I ever going to have somebody that's at my level? Please know that you are going to meet lots of people at your level. Please know that they're out there, and they're looking, they're looking for you too. But by you choosing your peace, you're automatically just going to connect with others that have chosen their peace, because you'll be at the same vibration. Okay. So now let's take a look and see what else pile number 2s are doing here to go on to the next level. Well, okay, so this actually came up in pile number 1 too. So if you feel the urge, if you were trying to pick between each pile, you can look at pile number 1 as well. There might be a message for you. I have the children card again. And I think this is going to come in for maybe all the piles possibly, because we are here to help the next generation. We're here to help, the children that have been born, that we call crystal children, and of course the rainbow children. These children are not able to function in low vibration like we have been able to. We can navigate the darkness, but we can also come up to the light. We were sent here by God. We were designed that way, to be able to experience the darkness, and then in order to experience the light. And these children that have come in are God's warriors, but they are not built the way that we are, because they're of high vibration. And low vibration can only function in low vibration, and high vibration can only function in high vibration. But for some reason, we were designed to function in both. So we are here to take down like the low vibrations, take down the corrupt establishments, take down the programming. We are here to basically get rid of it, right? And these children coming in are here to create the new of the light and love. So if we take these children and we try to place them down here to make them fit in this box and this constraint, they are going to be traumatized, okay? And we all have to understand that the old way of doing things is no longer working. But we also know that the darkness is coming in to try to manipulate and change things and distract people. And they're trying to basically, our children, these children are under attack. And they're using the media and social media, and access to the internet is so easy now, where these children are very impressionable because they're very sensitive. So if they're being shown disturbing images to make them confused, or to lower their vibration, we are here to protect them. And that's what we need to do. That's what you need to do, pile number 2. You are here to protect these children. And by choosing your peace, you're actually going to do better instead of choosing like chaos and crisis. You're actually doing the opposite. By you choosing peace, you're going to be able to help these children. You're going to be able to use your light as a bright, like, what's that word? Like a lighthouse for them, instead of it being drained and siphoned into the dark negative energy. You're going to choose peace. And by you choosing peace, you're going to be of more high vibration. And these children are going to come to you. They're going to flock to you. That's where you need to be now, the lighthouse, not in here navigating the darkness. You are the light because you are very powerful. And another thing I want to say, of course, I can only speak of my experiences when I do my readings. I always experience where I will be out at the grocery store, or I'll be out at a pool, just somewhere where there's always children and young toddlers and babies. And I will tell you that these children always come up to me, or they always wave at me, or they always look at me, and they're like surprised, like, oh, there you are. How have you been? That is the energy I pick up from these children. And I'm like, gosh, do these children know me? Like, were they told, like, hey, here's a picture of this woman. She is a light worker. She's going to help you. She's your lighthouse. And then they were sent here, and then they see me and they're like, oh, like they'd have that like instant, like, oh, I remember you, type energy. And I'm thinking, oh, wow. Like, it makes me think I must, be that type of like that role model, that light worker that's going to help children. And I've always been told that, but you can't know every step of your journey right up front, you guys, but you can feel it within your soul, but you just don't know like the roadmap all the time to get there. So please know, pile number 2, is you are here to help the next generation of children, but you're going to do that by choosing your peace, not going in crisis mode. Okay. Anything else for pile number 2s? Yeah, it's time to just to decide if you're going to answer the call or not. So this like next 24 hours, when the full moon is here, you might be kind of like feeling a very like strong pull or tug. And you might be getting hit pretty hard with the darkness, because once you make this shift and choose peace, that's why I'm getting it's time to decide. Once you choose peace, you finally choose it. Like maybe you're like still like juggling. Within the next 24 hours after the full moon, you have to, it's like time to decide, like it's now or never, guys. That's how kind of like the energy I'm getting. Choose peace, and you will be helping way more people than you ever thought possible. Yep, and to focus on, once you choose peace, you're going to focus on body work. See up here, it says body work. It says your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. This card also symbolizes to me that this is just letting you know that your body's very sensitive. Remember how I was telling you with that intuition when I was getting hit by the evil eye? And a dark entity was like basically attacking me and siphoning my energy. I felt it within my body immediately, okay? The more you become sensitive, the more you choose peace, your body is gonna pick up instantly on anything that is not. So pay attention to your physical body. Okay, pile twos. Okay, this is going longer than I expected. So let's take a look. Last cards. Anything else for pile twos? Yep, take the risk. Take the risk. What this means is choose your peace. Choose peace. And I'm telling you, this is the next phase of your journey. And you are going to help so many people. You are not going to be that one that jumps into the crisis and is like the one that can handle everything, all that stuff. You've already proved that. That's what you had to learn to take on to the next journey, but you have to choose differently now, and you have to choose peace. It's the opposite of what you used to always do. Take the risk to choose peace. And by you choosing peace, you are going to be able to help so many more people with your light. It's very powerful. And then I have sacral chakra. This is the second chakra. It's the color orange, and it's about creating. It is about creating the new. Remember how I said that children, the crystal children and the rainbow children are here to create the new? You're going to help them do that with your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra energy is very powerful. You're creative. And I'm sure you were very creative when you had to navigate the darkness and go into crisis mode, because you could come in and you could handle it, being creative and taking control of the situation and handling it. But it, like I said, your energy was being siphoned to the darkness and it was being used. But now you have to choose peace. Your light is going to be very bright, and you're going to be able to use that energy for creative energy now in order to build the new. And it's going to be it's powerful. And then also your heart chakra is very powerful. By you choosing peace, which I have a little bit of a greenish color, and the heart chakra is green. It can be green or pink. Your heart chakra is very powerful too. So remember how I said earlier, don't let anybody play on your heartstrings. If they're playing on your heartstrings, you cut them off immediately, because you do not need your energy from your heart chakra being drained anywhere else. You cut those heartstrings off and you use your heart for, choosing peace, and then you will be able to help so many more people. You're going to be helping the next generation, which is going to be, a handful of people. When I have the Great Gathering card, look at all these people. They're all here to help you. Imagine all these people coming together. How powerful that is, you guys. You have to choose peace. Okay, pile number 2, that is your message. Bye. Okay, so those that chose pile number 3, let's see what this full moon is helping you do. So in the intro, I talked about the full moon in July is called the buck moon, and it's when male deers grow a full set of antlers. So this tells me that they're older, wiser, more mature now. So that's what we're going to take a look. What have you mastered? What are you taking with you along the next step of your journey? Like, what led you up to this point, and what you need to take with you to help you the next part of your journey, okay? Okay, I have self-esteem, and this color is kind of like an orangish yellow. So this is telling me between the second chakra and the third chakra is where you've had to do a lot of work. So pile number 3s, you could probably maybe like physical symptoms of this coming through would be maybe you always have like a messed up like stomach, or like what's that like term that they used, like not to get too personal, but like the bowels, I can't think of it. Is it IBS or something like that they named it? We always put names on things here in the material world. But this is telling me that maybe you always had issues, within your stomach and your digestive system, and you weren't really sure why. And it's because you had to do some deep healing and cleansing. And when we do that, a lot of symptoms, like it's called ascension symptoms, pop up. And we start to feel a certain way because we have to release all this, like negative energy that's been lying dormant within our DNA and our cells, okay? So it says, self-esteem, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So this is also like the self-esteem card is making me see the word courageous. Like, you have the strength, you are courageous now to be able to move forward onto your next part of your journey. Like, you are worthy. You are worthy of this journey. Like, God sent you here for a reason. You're one of his strongest warriors. Like, you need to understand that the importance of that. But I think you have, because this is telling me what you're taking with you now to move forward. Yeah. Also, this is the card. So remember how I was saying the sacral chakra? So this one's even more orange. So this is definitely dealing with in between your second chakra and your third chakra. That's that digestive system. So it's saying you're no longer in denial. You acknowledge my fear. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So this is why I'm getting, like, you're courageous now. Like, you've mastered your fears. Fear is an illusion. We know that now, right? It's a program. There is nothing to fear. All things are possible with God. Be not afraid. I come before you always. Come follow me, and I will give you rest. You understand those, sayings, that you understand that terminology. You understand what that means. You do not need to live in fear. Fear is the only thing blocking us from anything here in the material world. Okay? So you're courageous now. You're strong enough now. You have that strength to know that you are worthy, and you are no longer living in denial of that. Okay? That's awesome, pile threes. So let's see what else is going on that you're taking with you. Okay, so your soul family is like here, okay? So this next journey, this next step, you're taking all your strength, you're courageous now, you're not living in fear, you're moving forward, you're older and wiser now, and now you're on this next step of your journey because you were supposed to come together with your soul family, okay? Your soul tribe. You don't have to do this alone. This is so if you were like wondering if you should pick pile 2 or 3, pile 2 might have a message, and you can look at both if you want to. There might be a message for you, because I do know that we are coming together with our soul tribe, our soul family, to be able to become stronger now. We're stronger in numbers, you guys, for sure. Yeah, so everything is unfolding the way that it's supposed to. So if something's happening, don't say it's happening to you. Why is this happening for me? Okay? You're at this like stage in your life where you know that if something's happening and it's out of your control, obviously, the only thing you can do is to control yourself and how you react or what action you take. If you need to be patient about something and letting it unfold naturally and in divine timing, then that's like what you're going to do. You're going to take the action of patience. If you're being guided to take action to move somewhere or take action, to do something, you will do that when you feel the guidance to do that. You are in tune with understanding when to take action and when not to take action. And the solar plexus definitely is the chakra that deals with action, right? Our motivation. So a lot of you might have gone through pile number 3s where there's periods of where you're very unmotivated, but then there's periods where you're very motivated. you've had to balance that. You've had to see where you are when you're completely unmotivated, and you had to see yourself where you're very motivated. You had to learn these two feelings in order to balance that chakra out, because it was God's way of showing you and telling you when you're supposed to be patient and when you're supposed to take action. Okay? And this is also telling me that, like, people around you, they might be saying, oh, you're lazy, you're unmotivated, or you're a procrastinator. Don't listen to them. Those look like negative terms being thrown at you to make you feel bad about yourself. But in reality, you know that you're not supposed to take action or move or do anything yet because it's not divine timing. Okay? And then there might have been times in your life where you had people come at you and they were like, you don't think before you act, you just want the end result, like you only want what you want, like why do you always have to, do this at this time, it's not the right time, so you got both of those growing up thus far while you were growing those buck antlers, okay? And now, because you've experienced both those scenarios, you're able to come in and balance that out and understand that it's not bad if you procrastinate, and it's not bad if you have this urgency to move forward. It's God's way of showing you when you're supposed to sit and be patient and let God come in and do the work, or when you're supposed to move and take action or hustle. It's that hustle and flow. Okay, you know when to do that now. Yep. And because you know this and you've gone through this, you're taking this onto your next step. You are going to help plant the seeds. You're here to lay the foundation for love and light, for bringing heaven, back to earth, or earth back up to heaven the way that God intended it. You are courageous. You are worthy. You know that you have it in you. You have that spark, you have that fire in you to come in and lay down the firm foundation for the next generations to come. And please know that in pile number 1 and pile number 2, I do talk about the next generation of children. So if you're interested in wanting to know what that means, you can look at those other 2 piles as well. But you are one of those people that you get into that dirt and you dig and you pour that concrete, and you're here to lay that foundation for the children, the high vibrational children to build upon. Okay, pile number 3. We had to take down all these corrupt establishments. We had to take down this programming. We had to, pull everybody up out of the 3D that's been hijacked. And we are here to lay the firm foundations now for the new high vibration. Okay, what else is pile number 3? Oops, allowed to know. Take a drink of my coffee. Okay, so some of you pile number 3s, you are spiritual teachers. You may be readers like me. You may just do energy work. You may do, what's the word I'm looking for? You might do Reiki. You might be just involved with world religions and understanding how everything has been separated on purpose and put into different, religions to distort the truth. You understand that, everything you need is inside of you, and that it will be activated, and you will have knowing when it's time to know, and divine timing. And let's see, what else am I getting on this? You understand that spirituality has been hijacked by the word religion, and that it's been shifted and separated on purpose. I think I did mention that, but I was trying to explain it more. You understand that nature is healing, okay? And you understand that the 3D has been hijacked, and all the information that's thrown at us We have to kind of navigate through it because we know that it's full of lies, deceit, and deception. But we know that within us, we always know and we find what the truth is. Okay. What else am I picking up on? Okay, so yes, some things are unfolding for pile number 3s where you are embarking on a career change. See the lighthouse here? And I do talk about lighthouse, and I think it's pile number 2, or it could be 1, I can't remember. But yeah, you are now a beacon. Your light needs to be used to help the next generation. You're here to lay the foundation. So you might be pouring that concrete and laying that foundation for a lighthouse to be built so that other light workers can come and sit at the top of this. So you're here to help build this and lay the foundation. So whatever you're being guided to do for your career and what that looks like for you, it can be completely like you can be in one location and you're being guided to move to another location and there's a career opportunity open up and you just feel it in your soul that that's where you're supposed to go. Don't get wrapped up in your mind of like, well, I'm worried. What about my children? Or what about my spouse or my boyfriend? Or, like we know that we have like, I don't want to say baggage because it's kind of used as like a negative term, but we have a life, we have a life here. And it's kind of crazy sometimes when we just get this feeling where we just need to go. It's hard to explain it to anybody else because everybody else around you looks at you like you're crazy. But when God calls you, it's time to go. And you have to. And everything will fall into place if you just trust. Okay? Don't get caught up in worry, fear, and think, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Because you may not know all the answers right up front, but if you just follow your heart and follow, God's guidance, everything will always fall into place. Yeah, your infinite abundance. Please know that you will be taken care of. Everybody gets so worried about making a big change or a big shift because they fear money. They fear resources here. That's what the material world, it was hijacked. It was designed to keep you enslaved. And when you don't live in fear, remember the first or the second card I pulled is be not afraid. Don't live in fear because the fear keeps you stuck in denial and makes you stay in the slave system. If you take those risks of like, hey, God's guided me to go here, I'm going to get this new position, career-wise or whatever it is, please know that God will provide for your basic needs always, and for your children's basic needs, and for your family, and everything's going to work out for you always because you're God's warrior. Why would God send you here and then not give you what you need to complete your journey? Come on. Know that you will be provided for as long as you follow God's guidance. Okay? So let's take a look. The last set of cards here. What else is pile number 3 allowed to know at this time? Take the risk. Like I said, do not live in fear, pile 3. You've had to really master this sacral chakra and solar plexus with that value and worthiness and when to take action and when not to take action. If you're being guided that you're going to take action, you have to put on your God's armor, stay spiritually sound, and move forward when you are guided to move, and rest when you're guided to rest. Yep, divine timing. You have had to master divine, when to know when divine timing is at play, and when to, like I just said, when to take action and when not to take action, that hustle and flow. This has been very difficult for you, but you've mastered it, pile number 3. You're ready to move forward now. And there will always be people around you saying, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you should do this, or, they're always going to be in your ear, but you have to not listen to that. Even if it's the closest person to you, you have to shut them out. You have to stay with your inner, guidance. Yep. And now you've come out of, so this phase where you're either motivated or not motivated, this back and forth, felt like a dark night of the soul for you. Many people who explain what a dark night of the soul is, they explain it as like, well, I was really depressed. And they feel like they're so depressed that they have to go seek medical advice and get on some kind of like, drug and all that. Don't do that, you guys. This is all light workers have to go through a dark night of the soul. We all have to experience it. Meaning where there's times where you have to go and you have to navigate the darkness. And sometimes you just have to be in order for God to come in and help heal you, okay? There was times where I felt like, it was even like a whole year or two where I just felt unmotivated, and I felt like it didn't matter what I did, it didn't help anyways. You know what I mean? Like I just got into that really like low vibration, and everybody thought there was something wrong with me, and I didn't even know how to explain it. I didn't know how to communicate this either. But when it's time for you to come out of this, you feel it, you know it, okay? You know it's time to move on. And you are going to come across other people that are going to be going through their dark night of the souls. More and more people are, ascending. So this is happening more and more. So you'll be able to talk about this and share your story of what this dark night of the soul like looks like, or what it looked like to you. And you'll be able to help other people maybe come out of their dark night of the soul. Maybe you're the, maybe God's looking at you as to be that guidance, or that like, speaker of it in order to help others. So once everybody comes out of their dark night of the soul, it's time to like start building and laying down that new firm foundation and co-create with God and create the new, okay? So that's why we all have to go through a dark night of the soul. It's to deprogram from the matrix and to have to hit what people say or call rock bottom to understand that God is your rock and that you build from there. Okay, because we come into this matrix and we come into what they call sin, which is the low vibration, and we're immediately like hijacked around the age of 6 or 7. It really like takes over, because that's when they enter us into like the school, and then that's all programmed and all about control as well. So we have to deprogram, and then we can rebuild fresh in the new energy and co-create with God. So that's what that is all about. Okay, pile number 3s. Okay, that's an awesome reading. See you guys later. Bye.